Go Beaver! Away!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Cast. I'm CeeJaey. I'm joined by DuMmTm on the casting desk with Wiethoofd on production. Starting Netherlands, Hungary is going to be on Vigil. It's a Group B game that was delayed. You can see the groups at the moment. England already well and through and qualified. Russia and Germany also qualified based on the results in their group, as are Finland, all of them winning all of their games so far. Missing a lot of big names that you might know from Hungarian community, the likes of Nubby, Dagger, etc., Trum. So it'll be interesting how they fare against the Netherlands. But this is Vigil. I mean, this is a round one map, and it might be maybe people a little bit out of practice could shake things up a little bit.
That it should not be that big a deal here. Just roster advantage, cohesion advantage, and all that. Netherlands clearly will be the favorite in this match here, but I guess we're here to find out how this shakes up.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, this is the round one game between Netherlands and Hungary in Group B of the 7th ETF2L Highlander Nations Cup. These two teams trying to fight it out of a group. They've already played some games, Germany and Ireland, the other teams in their group. And this is going to be played on Vigil, best of 3. So there are 6 points on offer. We could see a 6-0, or we could be splitting the points 4-2. Netherlands currently on 0 points, Hungary with 3. Both of them looking to try and get one of those elusive playoff spots. Netherlands will be in the blue, attacking first. Hungary in the red, defending, and then trying to beat the time. Dum, I think it's pretty obvious that we kind of see Netherlands as the favorite here, but Hungary will be looking for any points available.
Yeah, even if they can just get a single round, that's immediately guaranteed third place. Ireland is more or less out at that point in their group already here. Netherlands, on the other hand, can secure themselves an easy second place in this group by winning this one and then going confidently into the Ireland match, which matters because the derby against Belgium is up for grabs, I believe. In play was very likely with how the bracket shakes out, so that's probably a fun one they want to play.
Yeah, pride points on the line, and the first casualty is going to be a meal chocolate with the headshot. Playing sniper over supposed main Redlicks, who would be normally playing for Hungary. A number of players missing for Hungary, and it'll be up for these gamers to prove their worth. But Timer is going to get the headshot there onto Chocolate, getting the counter snipe. And now it looks like Netherlands are going to be slowly but surely easing their way out from the spawn. Medicus knife and nice and safe and sound. Nightmare just kind of healing players as they push forward. CeeJaey being that little check there, poking his head over the rock. He's told his team that they're all coming, but this passive first hold on Vigil is pretty much standard, and the sentry does go down.
Yeah, it's surprisingly a slightly different gun sport. Further on the land, not behind the fence, but behind the shack there a little bit. It doesn't change too much here, it's just a matter of spamming it down before you get in, and or sack in, I guess. Netherlands playing it safe here, just slowly getting space, getting the gun out of the way here, trying to keep things going. Sandbun will not do so, goes down, the Emil still goes in anyway, tries to help with the sniper, but is too weak to even do so at the end of the day, so Chocolate hitting shots and Nixon getting backstabs as well. Might not have been the first choices here, but they're playing their game pretty well so far here with what is worth right now. However, second is where you really need to get the time on the board here. First, barely the case. However, second is with last of 2 points where you need to see this number go up as much as possible here. And with that, Netherlands try to do the most they can about it. Push comes in with the Uber, quick exchange. Catching them by surprise, will get a quick force out here. Tough to get them forced back as well, especially with all the flank players just getting kills on blue.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Hungary. Niven is probably going to get picked off trying to escape. Not really very many players for company. Is actually on the retreat, but it's going to get sandwiched there by Jenny and Kaltu. And the thing was, Niven held on for so long, didn't pop, was down to about 20 HP, did really good. But the problem was there just weren't any avenues being watched by Hungary. The flank was open, the tunnel was open, the sentry was only level 1 but wasn't actually watching anything, so Netherlands were able to just come in, but the backstab from Nixon is going to take down Nightmare. So this huge advantage that was in the hands of the Netherlands has been totally depleted. And even though Hungary are a few players alive, they've bought themselves a little bit more time to regroup, and it looks like Netherlands are just gonna slow down for the time being.
Ondro was really close to Metkill there as well, just wrapped behind onto the spawn there, but too many people contesting that, so he couldn't get to Niven. That's crucial right now, you need to get some time here. 145 seconds, not looking good, and they're getting outzoned already, too many people down. They're just barreling forward on the level, and Sandbun was maybe a bit too much here, but at least there's a team to clean up. Demo down on blue, not a big deal if they get the kills, get the point here on to third, 229, really good pace so far. No advantage, hurts a little bit, in fact, Niven with a comfortable little ad here as well to at least get an Uber up, get the spawns on the field maybe as well, and do some damage reduction here. They desperately need to do so now.
Yeah, at this point, it's very, very hard to stop the onslaught. All it takes is a good exchange or so. Big bomb in from Honjo. He's high in the sky. He takes down Niven with ease, and the sentry gun with the same rocket eventually gets reflected there by Gambit, and he's taken out of the game. But that is an absolutely huge one. So easy for Honjo to just get around there. He's been doing so well in this Nations Cup so far. Normally an Ingame in Highlander, but he's been absolutely slaying on the soldier class. The respawns come in for Hungary, but huge uber advantage for Nightmare now at 100%, and this could be it. Netherlands could be just putting a round on the board already.
Yeah, and always the second best class here, and it goes to show for once that it is in fact this good for the occasion here. The Uber comes in straight through main, nothing too fancy, gets the gun, but there's still damage being put out. Gambit gets a reflect, some sniping out, but they lost the medic already with the heals on point. It's just people having to sack in, get the medic, but the trading very unfortunately not great right now in their favor at all. This is becoming a fight on point, but the heavy spy and scout all barely get there in time here, even without heals. Just about overpowering the last few blue players here. This is barely still alive for the Hungarians here, and they've got to be careful to not let anyone even get close to the card now.
Yeah, TuJaey has to sit on the cart, just physically blocking it, because it could so easily just be tipped over there, and he's going to get headshot by Timo. So that is a huge amount of HP off the field. Looks like Netherlands just going to dry push this now, try and strong arm it in. DuMmTm getting onto the cap, a lot of damage going down onto the players here from both sides, but the cleanup is favouring the Netherlands. Honjo is going to get the cap there. 419. Oh, you know what? One more second, and that would have been such a good omen for the Dutch.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it shall not be. But either way, it's going to be a tough time to beat here. Barely 4 minutes is a difficult one to beat for Hungary here. They need to pull something mad out here to come back from this one at this rate.
It just felt like every time the Dutch pushed, Hungary kind of just exchanged or something happened. They didn't drop, they didn't have any major kind of losses. It was just every exchange went in the favor of the Netherlands. You know, too many picks were given to them, or too much space, too much openings. You know, the only real big pick on Niven came with Honjo's bomb on last there, and by that point it was already going to be an extremely fast time, but just over 4 minutes is going to be pretty rough. But hey, I mean, if one team could do a fast time, so can the other. Again, we're seeing a very passive hold from the defending team, but this is the sentry placement that we're more used to seeing on Vigil.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you need something desperate, I guess, for the future, maybe Hungarians can pull out the ever so lovely called cringe hold further forward on the left, to maybe catch people by surprise, get some time on first, but they gotta actually have some practice on that for it to be worth it at the end of the day, and I don't think that roster is there yet.
No, and the first kill is going to be chocolate onto Timo. So sniper superiority in the hands of the Netherlands right now, and that's going to put in the hands of Hungary, and Netherlands just kind of maybe not a great position here. Sandberg goes down to 5 HP. Nightmare gets backstabbed by Nixon. Hungary are getting all of the kills they need right now, and the Dutch are just scrambling. They have to get out of first and really think about getting... Oh no, Niven gets the force pop there. Lots of damage onto Release, and the pop comes out, and what could have been a huge advantage onto second is turned into basically an exchange on first.
Yeah, that looked really good for the beginning there, but it falls apart pretty quickly, and in fact it's going to be just about even Uber here at the end of the day. It looked much better than that at the beginning for Hungary, but they'll have to settle with this and still find a way for the second quickly. It's going to be difficult. Getting in without an Uber past everything being set up in front of you is going to be difficult. You'd rather have an even Uber situation, I think, than a non-Uber situation more often than not on this second point, but maybe they have something here. At very least, they just need to believe, because just sitting here and hoping for an Uber to work might just take long anyway.
Yeah, they need to get some opening picks. Nixon has been able to get some decent backstabs so far this game onto Nightmare, so maybe they're going to be counting on him to get one now. The Dutch are being aggressive. Emil's gone down, no pyro, so actually they're losing a few players here. DuMmTm's gone down, but no, the aggression from the Dutch with this conch is going to give them some space, and Hungary have to back up. They've lost Release. That's no Demoman, that's no Heavy either, as TuJaey goes down to Jenny. Nixon is also going to get picked off, so a lot of players off the field for Hungary who are capable of getting something done, and they're just going to have to regroup and hope that this exchange goes really, really well for them.
Let's see, this has to be insane actually, not just really well at this point here. They need even better than that. They have 2 minutes and 20 seconds to push this all the way into lastly. This has to be just all around death on the Netherlands side to have the Hungarians get away with this, and they're slow about it either way here. 2:10, time's ticking. They're trying to take this through the side tunnel entrance. Problem is everyone's really far away, and time was just staring them down before they pop.
That's such a good opening there. Wambert does get backstabbed by Nixon, and the sentry will go down, so post-Uber fight could work out, but the collapse is huge by the Netherlands. DuMmTm picks up 2 backstabs there. Sandburn on the 4K, hitting those pipes. CeeJaey is going to pick up a couple of plays, including Nightmare, so medic down for the Netherlands for at least another 15 seconds, and Hungary should be able to regroup and push and collapse on this second point, maybe get it under the belt, but it may only be for morale at this point. Nixon's coming in again, trying to go for another stab. Zejimir is going to get Jenny. It's just going to look really awkward. Netherlands still holding in. I think it may be dead time at this point, Dan. I'm not sure.
Very well might be here. They need something massive right now to get in at all, and they're just constantly bleeding numbers. Conch coming up here as the 2 down right now in Hungary. Maybe a chance to feed away a little bit here. Looks like they want to go with something through the slope here. Chocolate still has that under lockdown at least a little bit, but not for very long. Time gets to counter snipe, and they're just peeking deeper and deeper through the slope, and they're just getting pushed back into this little corner here. Luckily, no one's punishing through tunnel just yet, but it's just still not going forward, and if it's not going forward, then you're just gonna lose.
I'm just on a 6k right now. Like, he's just using this conch, getting aggressive. The Uber comes out for Hungary. Nightmare's running that vaccinator that he's so well known for using. But the Uber doesn't get anything. Niven gets backstabbed there by DuMmTm after the Uber is over. Timo is dead for the Netherlands, but in reality, they're not really feeling any pressure, even though they had a huge Uber disadvantage there and they were just running Vaccinator. It's working out absolutely fine for them. They're just winning these fights. You know, DuMmTm is getting picks. Honjo is just holding down the flank and just absolutely destroying. Sandburn's got more points than anyone else on the server, even his own medic. So everyone on Netherlands is popping off right now. The teamwork and the cohesion is there, and Hungary right now should be thinking about what they're going to do differently in the second round.
Alright, well, I mean, it's coming too close here, and it's, I can't say I'm surprised. I suppose there's some people watching maybe that expected a lot more of a team with people as potentially good as Hungary, but ultimately, with what I've seen the other day already against Ireland, this is more or less the outcome I expected here. Netherlands will cleanly take round number 1 here, starting off with their own defense now for round number 2, and I can't imagine this will be looking much different here for the second half of the game.
Are being baited, I believe, by the
yeah, they had some config trouble.
Yeah, we had config trouble here, but I think we're there now. We are on to the second round. So Netherlands taking that first round. They need one more, and they will take home all 6 points. Hungary have a chance here. The game's not over. If they win this next round, they will take at least 2 points. And like Dum said, that puts them in a good stead for a playoff place. And then we'll be moving on to a golden cap round. So we're swapping around. It's the ABBA system, not the Swedish group, but the ABBA. So that means the team that was attacking first last time is going to be defending first now, and that is going to be the Netherlands. So Hungary in the blue will be trying to set a time, and Netherlands will be trying to beat that time. And I'm interested to see here, Dum, Nightmare on the vaccinator from the get-go.
Well, we'll see if they stick to it or if they will swap off late here. Maybe they'll just run back to spawn very late here. But for what it's worth, maybe it's just the confidence coming out saying, yeah, we can win with the vaccinator. Maybe make a statement about the state of the world here, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe just throwing down the gauntlet to other teams like, hey, you know, this is how well we're doing, and if we can win with the vaccinator. Or maybe Nightmare's just like, you know what, I'm playing vaccinator, you guys can screw it, I'm doing whatever I want. We'll have to see how it goes. I mean, it's a very aggressive standpoint here. Like, so many players far forward from the Dutch.
Looking at the Dutch roster, they would be the people to do that, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, Hungary did well. Last time they were attacking, they managed to get some good opening picks. We'll have to see if they can do the same thing this time. Kalti just peeking over there like a little meerkat, and the big picks coming in from the assassin classes. DuMmTm with the backstab onto Tuga, and Timo with the kill onto Gambit. And we're just waiting here. I mean, the medic for Hungary is already out. Niven is already making steps towards the forward place. And if they know that they're on vaccinated, they may just want to go in and trade.
Yeah, maybe that would work out for them here a little bit, fortunately. In fact, actually, it's the Dutchies trying to go in all this far forward, in fact. Peeking forward with the Phlogistilator of all things here. This is your resident Fated game, I suppose. All the stops coming out here, and they want the crits all right. And if Niven doesn't react in time, all they have to use before the crits come out, and they're in for some trouble.
I think this is an MVM game, actually. These are the weapons you'd use in MVM.
What, are you saying they're all bots?
I'm saying about the weapons. Don't put words in my mouth here. We got the Flog, we got the Vaccinator. I'm just waiting to see a Scottish Resistance or something, you know, to get this get this going. But Hungary looks like they're having trouble. They can't find any opening picks here. I would suggest just going in for a trade and hoping for the best. As it is the first point, the defense is usually quite passive, but maybe they're just not used to having a team being this aggro.
We'll see. I mean, they're still really hesitant about it, but eventually Evo will get popped off here, and against this Uber, the Vaccinator does very little. Maybe you were right. Maybe they are in fact both staying this close to the Uber. Not a good play to make here with the Vac.
Yeah, I mean, you can put a lot of resistances down, but at the end of the day, once you have that Pyro coming in, people rarely use fire resistance, and you don't really want to pop 75% of Uber to get that final bubble up. So Hungary just collapsing a lot of players onto Nightmare, getting the medic kill, but it's taken them a while to get that first point. This may be one of the longest times I've seen on first, over 2 minutes already. But, you know, at the end of the day, looking on the bright side, they did get the cap down, and the Dutch now have to try and defend second, but Niven gets backstabbed by TuMMTm. He's having a great game so far, still on the Vaccinator here on Nightmare, and the Dutch could just be equally aggressive on this second point as they have the high ground.
Yeah, I guess they're going to be kicking themselves to not just pop into the Vaccinator immediately, because clearly that worked out just fine here. Other things complicate. Nixon on the spy will not get the stab that bumps into everyone. Everyone's just walking into him before he's ready to get the stab going here. And then there's a conch coming in as well. It already did so much work last round, and can't believe that should be looking much different here, especially without DuMmTm and Uber this time around as well. I guess they won't have to force to it, but that's not much better than dying. And in fact, Hungary will just try to go for the medic here through drop down. Doesn't quite get in at all though in the end, and that doesn't matter at all, because the spy is waiting on the other side anyway.
And Timer pulling out that Enforcer for the cleanup, getting another med kill. I have to shout out Timer as well. He's on a 5 kill streak right now. He's doing an excellent job. Make that 6 as he takes down 2 judges, taking the space that's being given to him as the Dutch, you know, they're just clearing off these areas, getting their sniper into an angle where they can just cause havoc, and it's just forcing Hungary to have to deal with issues earlier than they want to. They want to get into an aggressive position. They want to regroup and start throwing in some sacks, and Release there is going to get a really big kill. Gets Timer down, sniper down for the defending team. Does mean that your sniper on attacking gets a little bit more aggressive positions. We see Chocolate taking a peek, maybe get an angle onto Nightmare there, but no, they're hiding in the corner. It is going to be a flop flop here to outdumb.
Let's see what it can do right around the corner with the back in tower as well, just going in, pressing W. You know how it goes, and it's not going all too far at the end of the day. 2 kills is a little bit of a tame result in the end, and they're still kind of stuck with little health. Luckily the Vaccinator makes it so that little health might just be just enough to live in the end. Nightmare can pull themselves out of here, but they lost so many players for it.
Yeah, I liked how Nightmare was going to try and back out through tunnel, and then Tuher was there, just like, you know, revved up, like, nope, no, you can't come this way. Still manages to get out, but LaFoc got a couple of kills. Just proved to be an annoyance more than anything, but Sandburn taking down Niven is just going to give them, I want to say, an advantage. Not really an advantage. They have a medic alive and they have buffs. It just means more time for Hungary to get close to that Uber, as Nightmare is just constantly popping those bubbles off the Vaccinator. We'll have to see what really goes on here, because Hungary at the moment just seem to be relying on Route 1, just going through this choke and hoping that they win the engagement. And the conch coming out from Onjo, again, it's just proving to just be such a deterrent.
Yeah, at the very least this game is improving their own off-timers performance on Sniper here. Name that has been around a little bit in TF2 is obviously located in South Africa with, I believe, Dutch heritage, which makes historically sense, I suppose. But I believe so far on Sixes and in Highlander, both has mostly been playing Scout. It hits Scan, sure, but Sniper still plays differently at the end of the day. And performing, like you mentioned earlier, very, very well, and just continuing to rain down the damage. Yeah,
plenty against hyping snipers. I know from experience people don't like doing that, you know, although you can go back to the early days of ETF2L with Kate Cott playing all the way from India with 350 ping, and people don't like it, and you know, there's the big argument over whether it's an advantage or a disadvantage, but to be able to play and hitting these shots on a 3K again, as he gets a headshot onto Chocolate, gets another one onto Atlas, and meanwhile TuMMTm is just stacking up these med picks, gets Niven again. TuMMTm did not have a great game against Germany, apparently was having massive internet issues which caused the roster swap halfway through the game, but so far in this game has been popping off and getting the backstabs, and 2 minutes to go on the round timer. I can't see Hungary breaking this hold at the moment.
Yeah, it's looking troublesome. Like, I mean, an Uber alone would be huge right now, but the Dutchies are picking the options to pressure with the Vaccinator pretty well so far and keep getting away with plays onto Niven, and as long as they don't get it, it's going to be tough getting through this, because the damage resistance is not good enough against an Uber, but it's really good while it's non-Uber, and just makes non-Uber pushes all the harder here. They're trying, there's pressuring, but it really comes down to a spy play, and that just doesn't get the medic here.
Yeah, they're relying a lot on Nixon to, go in and get these picks. Did a great job in the first half, but if you're just sitting there waiting and hoping for your spy to get something, it doesn't work out too well. Texi just died, but was on a 9 kill streak, so most points on his team as scout, on payload. Texi doing a great job of just kind of playing around the medic and cleaning up those kills, but they have got a kill onto timer. The problem is, feels like Hungary just aren't getting Chocolate into positions where he can do damage. You want to get your sniper into position, protect him, bait some kills towards you, or get your sniper into an angle. As DuMmTm comes in again, dominating Niven now, gets another backstab onto medic, and things are going bad to worse for Hungary right now. They have a minute to go to try and push this round as another flog comes in. Emil with those crits just gunning down people, gets 2, Sandbang cleaning some up as well, and Hungary basically being pushed back into their spawn.
Yeah, all the way wrapping around back to the side entrance here, back around all the way back to second again with no issues. Nightmare really weak, but again, Vaccinator makes very little health. Feel like it's a lot more than that so often, and they just couldn't clean this kill up here, and we're back where we started. Little time left and no time at all to get the super off and running actually as well.
Yeah, not very much time at all. They're going to have to go in, take an exchange. I mean, the one bonus is that Nightmare is on the Vaccinator, so technically not an Uber, but Niven is going to go down to Tymo, having an amazing game so far, getting the kills and no heals for Hungary. 15 seconds left to go. Honjo, it's just been in the background, constantly getting kills for his team as well. Tymo just popping skulls left, right, and center, up to a 5 kill streak. Someone stop this man. Basically shooting them in the spawn. Chocolate is going to get the Huntsman kill onto Honjo. But yet another med pick for Tymo. Gets up to 6 kill there. Highest scorer on his team other than the medic. 29 points so far. Looking pretty good. And they've just got to cap first in less than 2 minutes here, Dom.
I mean, that sounds very easily doable considering your average time on this point is barely a minute at that. So I think the Dutchies might be able to do that. Assuming they want to have it done quickly, and I don't know about that, maybe they're still on funny mediguns. For now it's double crit streak, but I guess that makes some sense on defense. Just pop a crit, go back to spawn. You can easily do that here on offense. We'll have to see how much that does for them.
Yeah, Chocolate just kill binding there.
Yeah, related.
So yeah, switching over the sniper rifle. It just kind of giving me flashbacks to an NGTC. Sacrifice for metal, but people don't do that anymore.
Yeah, you gotta be careful when you kill one these days on ETF.
Spicy topic. We'll have to see. Netherlands, all they have to do is capture the first point in 2 minutes and 3 seconds or lower, and they will win this round. They will take it up to 2 rounds and win the overall tie. Or they can just cap second, within the round timer, and that will have the same effect as Hungary didn't get that far. It is still Chris Krieg on both teams, so I'm expecting absolute carnage here, Dom. I think it's just, balls to the wall time.
Well, there's the start of the carnage here, small one with Sandburn down. Let's see how it goes from here. No, that one makes the crits a little bit more difficult. Soldier could snipe directly, but it's a lot more reactive more than not. But who cares? That is going in on first notice of anything at all. And it's working out very quickly here. Everyone's just landing their shots. And that's all you need to do if the damage is tripled.
Nixon running the Ambassador. What year is it? Gets a headshot there onto Nightmare. Great kill coming in from him. But he even drops an NS. Honjo with the Market Garden. I'm pretty sure I saw a crit fist kill somewhere coming in from, was that a what do you call it, fist of steel. This is just all over the place. I like the fact that no demo received a crits there. 2 crit streaks on the field, and it was the scout and the NG on either side that managed to pick it up and get the kills.
Well, the heavy still on crits, however, didn't get to punch anyone in the face at the end of the day after that, so not much more coming out of it, unfortunately. Card slowly rolling forward. They're not exactly playing card too much, and we all know why, right? It barely matters here. However, for their own sake, say it takes some time to just cap first in the next 50 seconds whatsoever, so why not take the free time, I suppose?
Yeah, Nightmare's the only one capping at the moment, and Chocolate is on a 3k right now with the SMG, so or 4k apparently. Just cleaning up, just playing Call of Duty, getting the old sidearm out and getting things done. Honjo still not going for the damaging rockets, just going to be market guarding. I see another fist kill from Kaltu. He's just fisting everyone. You double fist. Oh lord, what time is it? Yeah, Chocolate still getting SMG kills. but that's going to be it. I think that was enough. We do see Netherlands taking it just under the time limit there, and they will win this game 2-0, all 6 points for them. Disappointing result for Hungary, but I mean, based on the last minute roster changes, I think maybe what we expected them.
Oh yeah, I don't think they had too much hopes in this game either on their own part here.
Logs seem to be having a bit of an issue lately in auto uploading, so I'm going to make them up based on what I saw, because I think that'd be fun. Tymo got most kills, I think, because he was popping heads left, right, and center. I think most med
It's close, right? Either him or Sandburn.
Yeah, actually, Sandburn top damage for sure was absolutely slaying. Nixon got 3 med picks, but just ahead of him was DuMmTm, who got 5. Honjo just casually was doing crazy soldier stuff in the background like he did against Germany. So he was like, in the top 5 kills and damage. He was doing pretty good as well. Nightmare has like 1 billion Uber pops because he's running Vaccinator. Wambert has a bunch of kills with the Widowmaker. That's going to look funny on the logs. Emil with the Phlogistinator. So, I mean, there would be funny logs. Maybe they'll be uploaded one day. If you want to find out when we're streaming, you can follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on Twitch to be notified live when we are going. You can check out VODs on YouTube. We have lots of other social media. You can join our Discord channel as well to participate in discussions, see all the other Critscast content that is available for you. We also have a Patreon, and you can also subscribe on Twitch. Any money that you give towards the Critscast channel in any shape or form goes to supporting the production and casting staff that bring you the games during the tournaments. As always, you can check out our merch as well, merch.critscast.com. There's shirts, hoodies, posters, and stickers. Again, all that money goes to supporting the Critscast staff. This has been the ETF2L Nations Highlander Nations Cup. I've been CeeJaey, joined by Dum and Wiethoofd. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Hi, old beaver! Away!